Hello, welcome back. I'm Statman Dave, and today we're going to take a look at who is Rasmus Højlund. Remember to subscribe if you're new, smash the like button, check out SofaScore, but anyway, let's get this party started. Born in Copenhagen, Denmark on the 4th of February 2003, Rasmus Winther Højlund is a full Danish international who plays for Atalanta. Højlund began his career at Boldklubben 93, but was quickly snapped up by Brondby at the age of 12. Højlund then spent time at Holbaek before signing for local team AC Copenhagen in 2017. In 2020, Højlund made his professional debut as a last-minute substitute against Aarhus GF, going on to make his full debut 6 weeks later against AC Horsens. The following season, Højlund made his European debut in the Conference League, scoring 5 goals in just 232 minutes of action and earning himself a move to Sturm Graz in January 2022. Højlund only spent 7 months across 2 seasons in Austria, but racked up 12 goals and 4 assists in just 21 appearances and guided Sturm Graz to a second-place finish in the Austrian Bundesliga. Taking note of this, Atalanta swooped for the Danish youngster, signing him on a 5-year contract and spending a reported £15 million on him, 10 times as much as Sturm Graz spent in January. Since then, Højlund has made over 30 appearances for Atalanta, being directly involved in a goal every 140 minutes. But where does he play, and is he the next Haaland? Rasmus Højlund is a modern-day centre-forward, a part of the next breed of strikers. The Dane combines incredible speed and trickery with power, height and finishing off both feet. Rasmus Højlund is very much like Erling Haaland. Both possess incredible speed and are well over 6 foot, a frightening combination. But they're also great finishers that prefer their left foot. They attack the back post aggressively, and when they reach full tilt, not many players in the world of football can compete. Højlund's goal against Lazio really highlights his skill set. We pick up with Lazio in possession with Luis Alberto. The Spaniard looks to play wide, but Palomino reads and intercepts for Atalanta, starting a counter-attack. Lookman then carries over 30 yards into the box and sends in a low cross for Højlund to finish. This is a classic Erling Haaland goal, and if you swapped him for Højlund in this scenario, you'd get exactly the same result. Surging past players from deep at an alarming rate and attacking the space between the far side fullback and centre-back with real determination, setting up an easy finish. Højlund also possesses similar levels of movement inside the box to Haaland, combining feints and double and even triple runs with active movement and a real determination to attack space. Saying all of this, Haaland is still better and possesses far superior anticipation and patience than Højlund, which has resulted in a lot of easy goals for Manchester City and Borussia Dortmund. It's important to remember that Højlund is still only 20, almost 3 years younger than the Norwegian goal machine, and despite the similarities, there's still some pretty big differences. Haaland is much more of a physical type centre-forward than Højlund of this new modern centre-forward, which makes him a better target man than the Danish international. Haaland is also more aggressive in the air and attacks crosses well. He's also got more of a poacher in him and will often not get involved in the final third, instead waiting for the ball to find him. Højlund, on the other hand, is much more of a dribbler who will look to get on the ball to make things happen. This difference is backed up by the stats, with Højlund averaging over 10 more touches per 90 than Haaland and nearly 4 times as many dribbles. In particular, Højlund carries superbly in transition or when he has space to attack, which allows him to really make use of his quick feet in 1v1s and his immense speed. His second goal in the 2-1 win over RB Salzburg really showcases this. After a Salzburg attack breaks down, Sturm Graz launch a counter-attack and Højlund receives the ball around halfway. Surrounded by 4 defenders but just 1 between him and the goal, Højlund doesn't even break stride as he confidently knocks the ball past him, gets on the end of it and picks out the top corner with one of the best 1v1 finishes that I've seen. This type of take-on is fairly common when watching Højlund, and he loves using his pace to blitz past his opponent. The Danish international has a skill set that's more like a winger, but this seems to be the direction that modern football is heading in. Over the past decade, we've seen the main goal scorers of the team move from being a central number 9 to being goal-scoring wide men that often play on the opposite side to their stronger foot. But in this latest generation of strikers, we are seeing all the technical strength and dynamic speed of wide forwards combined with the height and physicality of a classic number 9. Benjamin Sesko, Erling Haaland and now Rasmus Højlund are some of the best of this new generation. But whereas Sesko is still very raw and Haaland is mostly based around playing on the last line, Højlund has more to offer. Don't misunderstand me here, Højlund is still very raw himself and can add a lot to his game, but the Dane has a much more rounded game than Haaland did at his age. We've already mentioned his dribbling and ball carrying, but Højlund is also quite creative, and whilst his back to goal play and link up needs work, he often uses flicks and tricks to quickly combine with teammates. What's more is that Højlund can also spot and execute good through balls to the wingers running in behind, alluding to his potential world-class ability. Højlund is also impressive from the wide areas and often uses his physicality to surge past his marker before measuring passes or crosses to teammates. So what's next for the Danish Erling Haaland? At 20 years old, Rasmus Højlund is far from the finished article. He can still add muscle and grow into his frame to become a truly terrifying striker. This would also help him improve in the air, as Højlund can be a bit inconsistent when challenging for headers. But this was similar with Haaland before he moved to the Premier League. And finally, Højlund could do more work becoming more of an active presser. After less than half a season in Bergamo, Højlund has already been linked to some of the biggest clubs in Europe. But the most important thing for him right now to do is to continue his development. His rise over the last 12 months has been meteoric, and if he can maintain this momentum, he'll quickly become one of the best strikers in Europe. If he was to make a move away from Atalanta, somewhere with Champions League football would be a good test. Borussia Dortmund have become the go-to place for young talent, and the Bundesliga's style of play would certainly suit Højlund's skill set. But one club is in need of a striker right now, and it's got a bit of reported interest. That's Manchester United. Erik ten Hag desperately needs a centre forward, and not only could Højlund fill the role right now, but he could become their main man for years to come. At 20, Højlund is still quite raw and will need to improve to compete in the Premier League, but upon his arrival would allow United to continue their tactical flexibility, giving ten Hag the option to switch things around in-game without the need of substitutes. But honestly, Manchester United need to sign both a promising young forward and a more experienced option like Victor Osimhen or Harry Kane, signing Højlund as an apprentice. However, the move could still work, with Højlund either playing in more of a two-man strike force or by getting his minutes in the wide areas as an inside forward from the right or a narrow goal-scoring winger from the left. Either way, we'll be hearing Rasmus Højlund's name for a long time. But anyway guys, what do you think? Where should Højlund be playing next season? Atalanta, Dortmund, Manchester United? Let me know in the comments below. I've been Statman Dave. Check out SofaScore and we'll see you very, very soon. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, why not check out some more content on the Statman Dave YouTube channel.